Good evening. My name is Steve Schroeder with Smart Community and Smart Communication Technologies. You're looking at our new updated January 2018 email dashboard. I'm going to be a hard-hitting, much quicker video to explain the differences and what we've updated here for 2018. So the first thing I want to mention is this. You are not looking at a normal email dashboard. This is really important. This is not Constant Contact or let's say another, MailChimp. Any of these programs that businesses use, you must have a database or permission to communicate with your customers. This is a new acquisition email database that features about a 250 to 270 million member database of virtually every adult in the United States, segmented down to hundreds of categories. These are people who are not your customers. These are people that we communicate to make your customers. Now, what we really do is we do a predictive analytics study, but I'm going to show you the gist of the dashboard real quick on how we made the report that you're looking at for Cumming, Georgia. And I think you'll enjoy it. Hard hitting, maybe 15 minutes, and we're going to show you how it works. Just for illustration, I'm going to go ahead and hit the run the count. That's what you do. Now, we have all the states already loaded in here. I'm going to illustrate how I did the report. I'm going to go, let's say, to Georgia. Okay, and then you'll see here we have all of the states, all of the cities in Georgia, right? So I'm going to go down to my city, which is, let's go into Georgia, and I'm going to go into Cumming, Georgia, down here to Cumming, Georgia, where I live, and you just kind of scroll in here. There it is, OP. You can see all the different cities, okay? You come up here to Cumming, you hit there, and then you hit add. Now, as soon as you can close this off by just clicking on this. Now, what you'll see is that we have political districts all set up. Okay, we have states all set up. We have direct marketing access codes. These are specific cities all over the United States that are considered good data tests. So we have that. That's what that is. I want to get to. You can sort by any zip code, multiple zip codes. You can also have, this is like a 3-digit zip code. So like, for example, my zip code is 30041, but there's a lot of zip codes that have 300. So I would just put 300 here, and it would sort all the zip codes that start with 300. So that's what that is. It's like a postal kind of a code. We can do area code by the phone. We can do down to a 1-mile radius of any zip code. Put the zip code in. Go down to just put 1 in, and we're doing a 1-mile radius around there. So we can really drill down, and we can do multiple radiuses. So we can put multiple zip codes and different radiuses per the zip code, so we can drill down quite a bit. Now, once you have Cumming over here, as you saw how we added it, you name your count. So I'm going to call that Cumming, right? And that's all you do. And then you can run the count. That's it. Now you'll see how fast, that's how fast it does it. 99,475 people in Cumming, Georgia. Okay, so then you hit back. Now I'm going to go, we have political selects. I'm going to go over these first, and then I'll go over these next real quick. So political selects will give us all the political information about everybody in Cumming, Georgia, or everybody in the United States, or any one of these geographical selects we looked at earlier. Now, so we can go whether they're Democrat, independent, okay, non-party affiliation, other, or Republican. That's what that is. We can look at the number of times they voted over the past 10 years. So, and how they voted, voter history in the general election, what year do we want to look at, voter history in the presidential primary from 2008 to current, and then we want voter history other election from 2008. Now, we have a lot more than this. This is just what's in the email dashboard. So, but this is pretty extraordinarily robust. As a matter of fact, what you're looking at here is the first ever married big data email program for new customer acquisition, because we have all of the permissions and legal rights to communicate with every single one of the numbers I'm showing you, where you cannot do that with MailChimp or with Constant Contact. So that's your political selects. Here's your demographic selects, and these are phenomenal. Now, if I wanted to find out, let's say, how many 32 to 40-year-old people are in Cumming, Georgia, I hit add over here. So now I have 32 to 40 years of age Incoming Georgia, what's the count? 5,588. All right. So you can do all kinds of things and play with that. Now, all of this is stackable, which means that let's go down here. So boating enthusiast. I'll go over these real quick, but I'm just going to run down them because there are quite a few. Then you can slow down the video and go back later and see the amazing capabilities we have. But I'll hit on the few of the important ones. But I want to illustrate this for now. So if I put boating enthusiast yes, okay, and add that, what that means is I am now going to pull in all of everybody aged 32 to 40 incoming Georgia who's a boating enthusiast. Now, what did we look at last time? How many people were there incoming Georgia between 32 and 40? About 5,500. How many of that age group do you think is a boating enthusiast, right? This could be a great game, okay? But anyway, it's much more than a game. It's a huge, how many? What? 705. See, so now I know I'm communicating with 32 to 40-year-olds incoming Georgia who are boating enthusiasts. Now, if you want to drill down even further, let's go down a little bit. Let's do this. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to scroll through here and you could look at all these categories. You can come back and slow it down later. Okay, there you have it. All alphabetical, all really nice, amazing capability. For the fact I can run these reports, I'll talk to you about that. So go back and look at that later. So let's just say now I want to go ahead and I'm gonna add some more. So I want a boating enthusiast age 32 to 40 who happen to make 100,000 to 200,000. So I'm going to add this one in, add that one in, and add that one in. That's how you do it, just that easy. So now I got income. What else might I have? I don't know. I could do their net worth. I could do what occupation they are. I'm going to do one more. And I am going to do, well, let's do, and they happen to be a sports enthusiast too. So let's go back and look at our box. So here's what we have now. I've got all the boating enthusiasts, incoming Georgia, that make $100,000 to $200,000 a year. They're also a sports enthusiast, and their age range is 32 to 40. Now, if I want to add another one, maybe I want to find out if, let's look at their credit rating. And I'm going to go ahead and find out anybody who has over 700 score. Now, you would think, is there anybody like this? Let's find out. So here's what we got. I've got all the boating enthusiasts, incoming Georgia, that have a credit score of 700 to 800 or more, 800 or plus. They have to make $100,000 to $200,000. They have to be a sports enthusiast, and they have to be age 32 to 40. How many people do you think are like that? Well, let's find out. And when we click on it, you can see how fast it runs. 71 of them. And notice it breaks them all down. So whenever you do multiple categories like this, it'll tell you, okay, here's 15 of these people that have, because this was the one where we ran multiple credit ratings, right? And multiple incomes. So we have, from people who make 100,000 to 150, we have 15 of them, and they have an 800 plus credit score. For the ones who make 100 to 150, we got 43 of them, and here's their credit score. And for the ones who make 175 to 200, we have 13 of them, and then there's their credit score. So do you see how all of this stacks up? So it's incredible power. Now, you want to run a new sort? You just go like this. Delete, 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 delete. Bang, 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 bang. And now we're back to that. Now, we got to go back to our geographic selects, and then we got to pick coming Georgia again. So we'll add them again. You don't want to take that one out. Okay, and now if you just want to be safe, what's the count again? Okay, there we are, 99,475. So we're good. You click back. Now, you don't ever have to worry about this because this is a dashboard that's not accessible to everybody. I control this dashboard, but I want to show you the power of it, so you may want to request some things. Now, let's go down here. Now, one thing we did notice was, let me illustrate just a couple more. So you want to find out how many business owners are incoming Georgia? Same thing. That's just a yes or no. You click on add, and let's say, okay, how many business owners are incoming Georgia? 1,838. And then we can communicate with all 1,838 of them, knowing that they own a business, and do whatever. And because we address these people in a relevant, personal way, our open rates are going to be 5 to 10 times, up to 20 times higher than normal regular emails, because we know so much about the people that we can we can gear the ad directly to whatever demographic criteria we're pulling out on them. Now, another thing we can do that I want to hit right here before we end is that we can also do everything I'm illustrating here. And let me go back to this to show you this with a geofence. So in other words, I can geofence off any stadium, any church, any neighborhood, any city, any state, the entire country if I want. The Super Bowl is coming up. Okay, it's January of 2018. I could go in right now, geofence the stadium, and I could put any one of these one, like maybe income over 200,000, maybe high credit score of 700. I mean, whatever, a business owner, okay, charitable donor. Maybe they're a Christian, okay. Maybe I want what kind of house they have or the value of their house or maybe even their net worth. Or do I want to find out if they're a gambler, right? I'll close this off. Or maybe I want to find out if they're a golf enthusiast, okay, or an investor, or if they're married, or if they have a tendency to want to join something. Maybe they're a military or vet. Maybe they love music or NASCAR. You know, what kind of job? Anything I want, I can stack it like we just did. Maybe I want to find out who owns a dog, right? Or how many people have children, all of this stuff, right? And when I geofence off the stadium of the Super Bowl, it'll cherry pick everybody out of the stadium who meets all of the criteria that I just selected. Now, we're pretty sure, we don't know, but we're pretty sure that we are the only company that can do that because it takes the marriage of two major companies, and this just happened. And we actually are developing this dashboard because we enhanced it already in January 2018. So this is remarkable power that's now available to a small business owner. Now remember, this is for new customer acquisition. This is not to email your existing customers. The minimum charge for this is $1,000. I can send out 30,000 emails to start, but then it's going to be $50 per 1,000 after that. Now, here's what else I can do, though. Because once we start adding people to your database, and we have a whole bunch of other things that we can add on to this, whether it be texting with artificial intelligence and mobile ordering, whether it be like a customer loyalty solution, all kinds of ways, whether it be app creation and build with push messaging, we can program all of this power into anything. So this is what you want to look at. But if you want to email your database, I have another solution. Watch out for another future video, maybe in a week when I'm going to load some information in. That's much less expensive, only around $10 a 1,000, not $30 or $50 per 1,000. So we won't use this. We'll use this to acquire new customers. Then we'll know exactly everything about your customers, and then we'll communicate with them at a much less rate. Now, that brings up another point that we can do. Part of our services that I will do for you, included in the fee, is that I will run a predictive analytics analysis on your existing database, which means I will find out all of this stuff about your current customers. I'll find out how much they make. Are they a business owner? Do they like boating? Right? What is their income? How long have they lived in the neighborhood? What is their credit rating? Do they like cooking? All right. What's their education level? Did they graduate from college, high school, graduate school, whatever? What kind of house do they live in? What's the net worth of their house? Are they interested in electronics? Are they a gambler? Are they male? Do they like golf? Income? All this kind of stuff. I will find out about your customers. Then we'll run that with an algorithm and find out what really has everything in common. And maybe there's 5 or 6, 7 things that make up your ideal customer database. Maybe 83% of them make over $100,000 a year. They live in a single family home. They have 2 kids. They have a 700 credit rating or above. Their net worth is over 500. All of these things that we'll find out the majority of what's happening. Now, so then once we know that that's what your customers are like, then I pull out of the neighborhood everybody who's just like your customer, but who is not your customer. Now, this is incredible marketing. You've got to digest what I just said because I don't want to take too long. But that's like pulling out the low-hanging fruit, and the results are incredible. And this is what we do it here. So I wanted to illustrate this. This is how we do it. It's for new customer acquisition. There's an incredible amount of things that we can do, and I look forward to talking to you more later.